What's up, guys? This is the beginning of the video, and the end of the day for me is about 1 o'clock on a Saturday night. My eyes are tired. I've been spending about every single hour, you could argue, cold outreach, cold DMing, cold texting, warm texting, whatever you need to do to get the jobs. And so I'm going to be broadcasting this week, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learn something, because man, it's been slow, and it's just part of it, man. During this day, the first morning of this video is that we cranked out a ton of the boring things, the follow-ups, the emails, the text bomb blasts, etc. We actually landed 4 jobs by doing this, and so you just have to stick to the foundational stuff. I'm not going to bore you by showing just kind of the backdrops, but essentially, I'm just game planning each and every single step, and so that's what it takes. A lot of fucking effort. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. We have the house wash, retaining wall, concrete wash, window wash, fence wash, and a stain job today. Kind of the full gist. I've got my buddy. I don't do stains much. I actually found him via YouTube, so love networking with other washers. Was able to hand him this job via YouTube, so I'm excited to bring him out, and let's roll. I get asked about the Platinum Property Protection Guarantee. So essentially what it is we're rinsing all of this landscape right here beforehand with just water. That's all we're doing. Like, you have to soak that stuff with water because it neutralizes the SH that we're putting onto the house and all the windows, etc. So make sure that you're rinsing every little bit of it with water, strictly water. Okay, let's get right into it. Like I said, we have the house wash, window wash, this retaining wall wash, concrete wash, fence wash, stain, a lot of this. And I'll go over the ticket later, but essentially this is the Platinum Property Protection Guarantee. We are putting all the water, just like I said, everywhere. And I'm so excited about this video, man, because, and you can see us house washing right here. We're just applying all of the SH everywhere, especially underneath the soffits. They came out fantastic. There's a ton of mold congregating, so here's a photo of that, and actually here's an after. But look, I'm documenting my journey, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, as in it gets super slow, or it gets hyperbolically slow in a way, and this is actually the window cleaning process with our water fed pole. But the demonic pitfall, or the worst thing that you could possibly do in this sense, is legitimately compare yourself to every single thing. You could, because everybody wants to have this booming business at this time, and I got to have this before this, I got to have this, I got to have this guy's doing this, etc. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. You have to take one tiny step at a time. If you can take one tiny step in the correct direction forward, then you will absolutely win. And guys, if anyone's unfamiliar with the window cleaning process, essentially you're just scrubbing it. You're scrubbing the nylon, like the green and black brush, onto the window, and then you're going to take it off and then just basically rinse down any of the debris that is left on the window. It's very, very important. And then we're just going to finish off with this retaining wall. We're applying 6%. And look how mesmerizing this is. But just don't compare yourself to people, and just make sure that, and this came out great, but you're taking one step at a time, because it's you versus you, truly. I want to give a shout out to my boy Jason. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm giving a shout out to my boy Jason. What's up? You want to say anything to the YouTube?
I don't have much to say.
Why?
It's fun working with Tristan.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Later that afternoon, we had a clean/seal job for one of our commercial accounts. I didn't get much footage of it, but I did want to go over the ticket price for the first job, which was $2,400. Not terrible. It could be better, but hey, we just keep on going. Let's get it today. We've got this house wash, fence wash, deck wash. Let's crank it out. Let's have some fun today, and you're gonna learn a lot, so let's go. Let's go. This is the third job of the video. This is a house wash, fence wash, deck wash, a little bit of a rust removal. I want you guys to stay towards the end of this video because I give 6 tangible steps regarding the brutally honest truth of slow season and what you guys should be doing. But I wanted to touch up on this point is because you said that this was going to be your year. This was going to be the year that you change your bloodline, that you change your life, that you change the trajectory of where you want to aspire to go. And has it been? If it hasn't been, then you still have time. Do not give up right now, because while people are drinking rosé and people are celebrating all of these holidays and they're going out of town and they're doing all these things, newsflash, Q4 is explosive. The last half of this year is going to be explosive. You have to recognize, you have to prepare. If you are not prepared, you will not win. You have to win, because fucking winners win regardless. Maximize on this time. Get ready, because you have time. And you have to maximize on that fucking time. Don't tell yourself that you're going to do this thing and then give up because it gets fucking slow. Because good is coming. You have to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. I'm so passionate about this, guys, because I know, and if you're watching this, you probably aspire to do fucking big things. And you will. Just prove it to yourself, because winners fucking win. This is the rust removal. We're putting F9 bark on it. Let it sit. Don't let it sit for too long. And then rinse right off, because it came out absolutely fantastic. You could see right there. The chimney came out fantastic. Was very, very pleased about this. This customer actually just gave us our 100th Google review. I'm very, very excited about that. We have another job coming up right here. We get over there at 6 o'clock, 6:30. You can see just the heavy white stuff on that brick. Just literally, it looks like snow, just conforming or congregating on top of these pavers. What that is heavy efflorescence. We basically use F9 F-Flow, agitate, turbo nozzle. I didn't get much footage. And then you rinse right off. It's going to look a little bit better when it's wet, but I was very, very pleased with the results, because all of the heavy stuff that looked like it just had the conformity of what snow looks like, essentially, it all came off, and I was very, very pleased about that. You're going to see a better replication of it when it's dry, and here are some before afters, but you can just see how much better the property does look while doing this wash. Okay, back to it over here at one of our commercial spots. They want all the cobwebs and the 3rd story windows cleaned up. And let's get to it. How about it? All right, let's get to it, baby. So essentially, these guys were super happy with how the pavers came out. They wanted more regarding just kind of the storefront plaza. That's an amazing way, and just a good replication of how commercial works. If you do great work, then eventually it can spiderweb into other work. But you can see right here all of these cobwebs that were congregating around these light fixtures. Essentially, we put SH initially via downstream injector, then rinsed off, because that loosens up the cobwebs, and then we're able to do that. We used a J-Rod sharpshooter tip to be able to reach all of those peaks. We were just being able to hit those peaks, I'll tell you that. Then we just kind of rinsed off the walls just for them. You know, the more you do, the better, in my opinion, especially via commercial. But it came out absolutely amazing. Look, I've got 6 ways, on tangible ways, on what to do during slow season. You guys should definitely listen to this, and let's roll. So I'm going to go over the brutally honest truth regarding slow season and pressure washing. Let's get to it. So one is that you have a decision to make, right? And so essentially, if you don't know what the etymology of decision is, it means decatur, and in Latin that means to cut off. So we have two choices here, is that we're going to be cutting off either our potential life that we truly want and the business that we truly want, or we're going to be cutting off the barrier to be going forward. And so my choice within all of this stuff is that we have to destroy this barrier. We have to cut off that barrier because we're not going to sacrifice our potential business, potential life that we could have for this barrier. And that barrier is the problem that you are facing right now. So you have to recognize what this barrier is so that you can go forward and push past it. So you either cut off your business, you cut off the potential life that you have, or you cut off the barrier that you have right now. Whether that's getting leads, whether that's getting any type of different types, like whatever the scenario is, you have to cut off that barrier and recognize what the solution is. And that takes time and that takes a lot of effort to get the barrier, because each and every single level of this business starts to get more barriers, but you have to find that and cut it off and slay each dragon at a time. So decision, you have two choices: cut off the potential business that you want, or cut off the barrier to propel going forward. People are stupid with their money. They are idiots. You have to be smart with your money. Try to live as minimalist as possible during the slow season. You want to have funds available. I even am hyperbolic within the sense is that I want to have 1 or 2 years of reserves at a time that I could potentially be living off of, or whatever the case is. I know people say 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I want a year too. You cannot be spending bullshit during the slow season. You can't be going on trips. You can't be doing all this extra bullshit. Try to stay minimalist as possible until you get to where you want to be. Dude, like, people want to feel like they made it and try to give this, they want to give this placebo effect of, oh, I've made it, or I've done this, or etc. Yada, yada, yada. You ain't done shit yet. So, and I'm not saying I have either, because I haven't done shit. So stop acting like you've done shit and live the minimalist life until you actually have done shit. So have funds available so that you know when to pounce. 3 is that sometimes it feels like there are no customers available, etc. Yada, yada, yada. Maybe the demand increases, but customers are still there. Meaning that you're probably not doing a fucking enough. You have to put in the volume. You have to 40x. You have to 40x your input, and eventually it'll go upwards. Eventually it'll go upwards. However, it only comes through more input during the time, because customers are harder to find during this time of the year. However, there's a pressure washing job in your city being done right now, and why not you? You just have to increase your input on the volume of advertising and doing the things that you know what you should be doing, and that is the boring shit. 4 is discipline. So basically, if you want to be exceptional, you have to be the exception. The exceptional people just do the ordinary stuff more than the common man. They're not special, they're not gifted, and they're not Superman. They just do the boring shit, and they do the consistent stuff over and over and over and over again. They get so good at it that they become bored. And this is where you have to stay bored. You have to stay so good. If you're just wanting to do the boring things whenever it feels right or it feels good, just fucking leave the business, bro. You have to do it when it doesn't feel good, or when you are busy, or whenever you're not producing. You still have to stay disciplined and zoom out, because good is coming. So you'll see a lot of people go out of business during this time. However, Warren Buffett always says, when there is greed in the streets, you need to be fearful. When there is fear in the streets, you need to be greedy. So right now, when people are going out of business, they're going a different route, yada, 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 you're probably trying to fathom all of this stuff. That's when you go all in on your business. That's the best time. When you don't feel like jumping, that's when you jump. So you have to recognize when there's fear in the streets, because that's when people are like, I'll back off a little bit. No, that's when you go all in. Look, you chose this. There's a reason why you chose this. And so winners are going to win regardless, and losers are going to lose regardless. And the losers tend to go to the next shiny object. The losers tend to just find something else, or go job hop to job hop to job hop. You know those people. But winners stick to it, and winners literally just don't have an off button, because people often look at champions to see what they have that they don't. But just the truth is they don't have an off button. They just don't quit. And so you have to recognize that you chose this. And so you can't have an off button, especially when shit gets hard or shit hits the fan, because did you think this was going to be easy? I hope you didn't, because cowboy, you better saddle up and put your bootstraps on, because this shit, it just gets harder each level. So you chose this. Hopefully this helps. And let's keep on rolling. I trust that you guys are doing everything in your power to continually increase that upward spiral for your business, for your life, etc. And we do have an explosive Q4 coming up, so be prepared to win. And speaking of win, winners win, losers lose. And if you want to win, baby, definitely subscribe. I'm posting every Tuesday, Friday at 5:15 Central Standard Time. Definitely follow me on the gram as well. I will answer y'all's messages. And just keep pounding on it, guys. You guys are thebomb.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you do.